the plan from here is to head that way. That's all I got. Hopefully it goes well. Well, the sky is big and beautiful. Welcome to the Australian Alps. I am so excited to be out here. Out here for a good 4 or 5 days. Blue skies every day. This is going to be an awesome trip. Not been down this part of the world for quite a while now. It feels like a really long time. So pretty excited to be out here. We've got a loose itinerary planned. Had a couple friends spend a lot of time in this area. Suggest some options for me, so sort of loosely combined those options. Should be a good trip. So looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. Alrighty, so picked up some water at that last river I crossed. A really late start today, so I drove down from Sydney. So the plan was to always have like an afternoon start, but we'll take some extra water. I'd like to just camp up high somewhere on the ridge tonight. It's a bit a matter of seeing how far we get, and yeah, whatever spot looks nice, and that's where we'll pull up camp, I think. So yeah, so a little bit extra weight in the pack. But means gonna have hopefully some nice views from wherever we do set up, so it should be good. This valley though is pretty stunning. Hopefully I'll pass through this valley on the way back or along this river, so see how we go. But it's pretty beautiful. Nothing like a trip to the mountains to remind you of just how unfit you are. But the views are always pretty epic though. Can't argue with that. It's definitely worth the effort to be out here. Really glad that that I made the trip down. It is so beautiful up here. The view of the mountains in front of us, like just walking towards them, it probably will be for the next while. Such nice open country. I mean, I would love to camp here, and if it was probably, oh man, like even an hour or so later in the day, I'd be probably setting up camp, I think, but really need to keep going, get a few more Ks under the belt before we can do that. So yeah, but it's really pretty, really enjoying this walk so far. Alrighty, well it's about 7:15. Decided to call it. So yeah, it's been a big day. Like drove for about 7 hours to get here, and then I think I've punched out about 10 Ks or so. So I'm ready to just about an hour before sunset. So I'm just I've set up camp here and set up the rest of my gear in a minute, and I think I'm just gonna relax and hopefully get a beautiful sunset. And yeah, nice early start in the morning for day 2. Should be a good night. Looking forward to it. Well, good morning. Absolutely stunning day today. So I'd already packed up camp, back on the trail. I guess a little timely reminder to always double check your campsite and stuff like that, because I was about to walk away and I had actually left something behind, just some guy rope. So good reminder to always go back and check. But yeah, it should be good. Heading up and over the mountains over there today, so really looking forward to that. I mean, look at that view, it's absolutely stunning. So yeah, so that's kind of the plan. It's sort of low on water, so hopefully I'll pass a creek in about, I don't know, an hour and a half, so that should be all good. Do a bit of explore around there, and then yeah, it should be a really nice day. So far it's been an awesome trip. So a friend of mine has suggested that this valley up here is actually quite pretty, so I'm going to have a sticky beak up there. So I'll cross the river here and then go off track for a bit, follow this valley, and then yeah, check it out and backtrack and up the main trail again. So yeah, should be nice. Well, the closer I get to this mountain, the bigger it gets. The plan is supposed to be to go over the top of that, but so there we go. I've got a couple niggles that I'm a bit unhappy about, and some blisters, which is really strange because same shoes, same socks, don't normally get blisters, so that's interesting. So about to come up to our first hut of this walk, so I mean there's quite a few on this walk. I'll probably stop in and check them out because I've not seen any of them. So, but the huts here are like emergency use only, so I might pop in and escape the flies for a little bit, have a bite to eat, and then keep on my merry way, I think. But yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty. So what an awesome hut. No need to bring a book, catch up on some history. There's lots of old newspapers here from 1930s onwards. It's really cool. Yeah, definitely a bit of a gap from the flies as well. So definitely going to sit here and have a bite to eat. Take stock of things and maybe check out the map, potentially review the plan a little bit. But yeah, definitely gonna rest up. There's a couple of flies squeezed in, even though I did a funky dance before the door to try and stop them from getting in. But yeah. Alrighty, so I've rested up in the hut, and had some lunch and a bit of a recharge, although shouldn't have really needed that much of a recharge. I've only done about 10 k's, but it's back on the trail and see how I go. I've taped up my feet and I've come up with an alternate plan, so if my body's still giving me some issues, I've got a backup plan now, so that's actually quite nice, and it's a little bit shorter, and I'll just see how I go. Strangely enough, even though it's a bit later in the day, like just after 12, some cloud covers come over, it's a little bit cooler now, so sitting out that bit of time in the hut was actually a really good idea. But yeah, we'll see how we go from there. I mean, the views are awesome. Get the big mountain in the background there. It's it's a pretty stunning part of the world. Well, it's a bit more like the usual trips now, I guess. Pushing through some thick scrub. If I wasn't going slow before, I definitely am now. But we're on the climb up, and I'm pretty hopeful that, beyond a certain point, vegetation's going to change, and it's not going to be this heath and scrubby stuff, but fingers crossed. Well, first stage is out of the way. Views are pretty epic. They're nearly up onto the main spur, so on the main ridge, and then we'll traverse along here and over the summit. But I'm tired. So yeah, glad I persisted with the track. There were some people I passed on the way in here who were like, "Don't do the track; it's too overgrown." But it was alright. It was definitely a lot milder than some of the things I do. So, but still nice to be clear of all the heath, and yeah, it's a bit more open now to the top. So it should be nice. A bit of a breeze, cool me down a little bit because it's pretty hot and struggling with the heat a bit. So slow and steady, but nearly there. Oh, what a view. That's awesome. Oh, definitely makes you glad that you made the trip up here. Oh, it's absolutely stunning. So yeah, up on the ridgeline now, so looking forward to a little bit easier walking for the next little bit. One more steep climb for the summit. Yeah, and have a snack and then down the other side and keep going. It's been a big day already though. I think I've already done about 20 k's and still gonna push on for quite a while more, I think. So yeah, it's a beautiful part of the world though. Well, the view from the summit is epic. So much hard work to get here though. I was actually pretty struggling today. I'm fit and the feet are actually quite sore now, so didn't want to give up on this section of the trip. So yeah, it's nice. It's nice to get it done. It's also pretty cool that I'm not super familiar with this area, so and the next whole section of the trip is off track. So and what this does also show me from up here is just how open the terrain is for the next section of the trip. So I'm actually really relieved about that. I was dreading having to fight my way through stuff, but it should be pretty straightforward. So that's actually really cool. I mean, it doesn't matter where you look up here because it's 360 degree views. It is awesome. So good. I am Cactus. So Not quite sure if this is going to come up on camera, but there's definitely a thumping big snake there. Maybe it's a copperhead or something. Definitely scared the crap out of me, as they do. But yeah, I'm gonna try and stay out of his way. And maybe go around him this way. It's beautiful. Could be a tiger, actually. Yeah, first snake of the trip. Yeah, I think it's a tiger snake. Anyway, definitely going to avoid him. Yeah, definitely one of the reasons why I wear gaiters a lot through a lot of these hikes, to hopefully offer me a little bit of protection from something like that. But normally you leave snakes alone, they leave you alone, so yeah, with that in mind, just leave him to it. Alrighty, well, that was a big day. I'm absolutely cactus. Ended up being about 26, 27k, something like that, but a little bit relentless where, you can't stop moving. Like, it's, there's so many flies, and like the big horse flies that bite and suck your life away, and as soon as you stop, they just start smashing you. And I think, I stopped to take a photo somewhere else, and foot covered with ants, and it just seemed like I've been on the go all day. So now the flies are changing over for mosquitoes. So I'm gonna quickly go filter myself some water, and then set up the rest of my kit, and have some food or whatnot. But oh man, I am tired, and yeah, hopefully I have a pretty good night's sleep. Good morning. What a beautiful spot to wake up to. Bit of a chilly night, but part of that goes with the fact that I packed a little bit light, but it was warm enough. We got clear blue skies again today. I'm about hoping to only have to cover about 15 k's or so today, past a couple huts, and yeah, just gonna take it easy. I think that my body's pretty sore and tired from yesterday. I'll tape up my feet to try and help with the blisters, and then slow and steady, I guess. Yeah, but it's a beautiful part of the world. Yeah, pretty lucky to get to spend the time out here with this such a clear weather window too. So when I was planning this trip, I had a good weather window of about 5 days. So I've been working along through that, and yeah, it's pretty good. I think we're on day 3 now, so yeah, it's nice. not sure it gets much prettier than that. Oh, how cool is that? So beautiful. It's such a nice morning's walking. It's so good. Well, that section is definitely one of the highlights and also one of the lowlights of this trip. I mean, that last section was really hard once I left the creek. So now I'm about to rock up to another hut, get a bit of a break from the sun, have some food. Yeah, go from there. This place looks pretty cool though. Yeah, it's looking nice. Looking forward to the break. Alrighty, lunch break's done, back on the trail, and it actually is a trail, so it's kind of like nice for a change, I think. Yeah, so it's been really enjoyable slog the last couple of days being off track, but it's yeah, it's nice to have a clear path in front of you sometimes also as well. So got about 10 k's I think to the next hut, and then probably just beyond that we'll start looking for somewhere to camp for the day, and then it should be good. Yeah, starting to fatigue a little bit. Finding the sun belting me quite a bit, but yeah, hopefully we make it there alright. Alrighty, last creek crossing of the day, and I can actually see where the hut is that I'm going to take shelter from the flies later. So, yeah, it's nice. Water's actually really nice. I mean, that's actually deep enough to maybe fall in just there, so I might do that. Oh, it's so nice. It's really hot. So good. Alrighty, so checking out this little hut here, and it's really dark, it's really hot, and it's not really an escape from the flies in here, and it's just not that appealing a spot. So, I've tried to have a little bit of a recharge, and I think I'm just going to push on. Like, if even if I do another 5Ks or so, that means that realistically I could potentially finish tomorrow. And I'm getting a little bit over the fly, so I'm kind of okay with that. So yeah, so I think we might do that, pack up my last little bits of stuff and get going again. Yeah, it's getting later in the day, so hopefully it starts to cool off a bit, and the trail's pretty open from here, so it should be good. Well, right or wrong, made the decision to push on from the last hut because it was just not that pleasant space. It was like a sauna inside, and after sauna I may as well stayed outside. And it didn't offer much respite from the flies. They seemed to be in there as well. So pushed on about halfway to the next hut. I'm actually feeling alright. So it's a nice open trail. It's nice to be walking back towards the big mountain that we summited on day 2, I guess. So that's pretty cool. I mean, if I can punch out all the way to the next hut today, then that'd be nice. Means I can probably wrap up by lunchtime tomorrow. So which is pretty cool. A bit more of a manageable time to be starting heading back towards Sydney. So and it's pretty stunning out here though. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually enjoying this open trail walking for a change. The bush bashing is great to get you to some beautiful spots, but sometimes it's just nice to have a wide open trail to wander along. So this is pretty cool. Yes, I definitely made the right choice. I made it to this hut and it's really cool, and I have like an epic camp spot with amazing views of the mountain. So I'm really chuffed that I put in the hard yards and did an extra 10k on top of what I was planning on doing, because I think it was well worth it in the end. Really excited to get some food, some hydrolite and all that type of stuff, and maybe have a whiskey. It might be a good night for a whiskey. It's an absolutely stunning camp spot last night. I was so glad with my decision to push on. Because the first hut I kind of was planning on staying near was a bit miserable. So this one, and the one I camped at last night, was about 10 k's further along the trail. Had epic views, much nicer feel to it. So, and obviously puts me in a good position to finish off the day today by about lunchtime. So it just makes the drive home after the trail going to be a lot more bearable. So far, pretty happy. Nice start to the day. Man, the last hill was soul destroying. So tired, moving so slowly up the hills that the flies can actually start biting me, so it just smacks you from everywhere. But I'm in the last K now, so nearly done. In the end, it's going to have taken about 2.5 hours to get back, which is pretty good. I'm definitely looking forward to some of the treats and stuff I got in the car. looking forward to getting some air conditioning. Like, this heat is actually a little bit unexpected, but it's been good. It's been a really challenging trip. So, you know, a mix, I guess, of tracked and off track, and I guess physically challenging in the sense that I feel like the flies have just made it really demanding, that you don't really want to stop moving because you get bitten. So it's forced me to do some potentially bigger days and challenge me a little bit mentally. Mental note, don't talk while going uphill. But yeah, if you're still here, thanks very much for watching, and hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.